Look at that. All right, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a personal friend of mine. His name is Jerome. He will be your 3-day presenter, your 3-day instructor. He will soon be like your best friend. So I want Jerome to come out here and just talk to you a little bit about what you are going to be learning on day one, day two, and day three. And most importantly, is this 3-day live training, is it going to be enough to get you going? That's always the question that I seem to get, and that's on your mind. So let's go ahead and give it up for Jerome. Come on, folks.
Oh, thank you. Clap for myself. No, I just want to say, that's a really good question. Is it going to be enough? And that's something that, as a student myself, having attended these before, I feel like sometimes people drop the ball a little bit in that department. So that's why that question comes up so often because they've been there, done that, once bitten, twice shy, so to speak. And that's a big part of the reason why I love doing the trainings is because from as a real investor, I also say it's rare to have a teacher that actually does currently invest, and that is myself. And so, as a real investor, I take it as a chip on my shoulder. Are they going to leave with enough? And the answer is absolutely more than enough. Our company protocol, our company design is kind of be the anti-guru gurus, and we're out there to really show people how to do this business start to finish, not leaving anything out, no bait and switch. It is completely burying them in this business for 3 full days. And sometimes that's the only way they're ever going to make this work is with real investors showing them really how to do it. Day one, we go through the basics of the business. We teach them everything from the East Coast to the West Coast, where to find deals, and how the structural piece of the business is. Day number two, we get even further. We're talking about where to find money. We talk about that on day one and day two, where to find money, how to make it so that they're not using all of their own money, but having other people's money involved as well. It makes the whole deal safer. And then day number three, we wrap it up with a bunch of live research. We're looking at real deals. And so, Gene, I'm glad you had me on, but I can't emphasize enough that they're going to get everything that they wanted out of the 3 days.
And I'm glad that you've mentioned day one, day two, day three, and that 3 days. I mean, it's really critical that they make it to the 3-day event. Now, I've had a couple, Jerome, and maybe you can help me here to let them know. There's a couple of them that say they may be a little late on day one. Some are telling me that they may not even be there on day one at all, but they'll be there for day two and day three. What would you say to somebody like that is wanting to do this, but that's their roadblock?
Yeah. When I buy a piece of property, let me do an analogy. When I buy a piece of property, sometimes I don't know when I buy it if I'm going to flip it for sure, if I'm going to rent it. I may have my sights set on wholesaling it, but it turns out after I run the numbers again, I'm like, this makes a great rental. But I always ask the question, would I have the option to either rent it, flip it, or wholesale it if I didn't buy it? So whenever somebody asks me questions like that, I say, look, buy the program first because it is definitely doable and decide whether or not you can make it day one, day two, day three after you buy it. Because a lot of times people who say, man, I can only make it one day, they buy it and they're like, you know what? I'm going to rearrange my schedule. So my thing would be if you're trying to find financial freedom and you don't have a retirement set up the way you'd like it, if you can't give to the people you love or to charity the way you'd like, go ahead and buy the program and figure it out if you can make it all 3 days or just a part of it. And we'll make our level best effort to meet you where you're at.
Wow, beautifully said, brother. Beautifully said. And I try to really convey to the students that are on here with us tonight that you and the team that you have out there. I mean, you guys are friendly. You want to assist them and help them in any way possible, humanly possible. I even tell them that you're going to sit down and really not only break bread with them during lunch, but you're going to actually basically put out a roadmap so they know what to do come Monday morning. I mean, kind of go into a little bit of that, what you all do as a team to go ahead and really help the students see that roadmap.
That's amazing, though. Thanks for bringing that up. That really is our secret sauce. That really is that we have a group of gentlemen who are currently buying properties, currently doing business. They take their time, and we have a lot of meetings where we talk about where everybody's at and what they're really going to need to get across the finish line. And so we really put a lot of love into the event. It sounds funny to say that because it's an analytical thing running numbers, but we put a lot of heart into it, and we put a lot of we like to find out what they're aimed at. Are they just looking for retirement where they can get an extra 10,000 a month? Are they looking to create a family business? Are they trying to retire somebody that they love? And we wear that as our projecting that they're going to get that whatever they tell us they want to get out of this, that's what we're aimed so hard at that they'll be surprised how much we care about them getting whatever it is they came for. And so we roll that out just like you said. It's a step by step systemized plan so they can get there, you know.
Well, brother, I really appreciate you being on here talking to these fine folks here tonight because sometimes, I hear, wow, it almost sounds too good to be true. Do y'all really care about us and our future? And the answer is absolutely, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Come see for yourself, That's what I would say. Go ahead and get in and get yourself to the event and you'll see what we're talking about.
any final words, brother, that you think that might be able to help these fine folks here tonight get taking that first leap of faith? What would you say to them?
That the only path to wealth is by calculated risk after calculated risk. And, the reality of it is if they do this, it is a risk, but don't give us a black eye for something that happened in your past with maybe another company that had a similar, program, because I'm going to tell you right now, anybody who comes, they say every time at the end of that, this is different than anything I've ever attended. We've had real estate attorneys who had been in residential real estate for decades stand up at the end of our trainings and be like, I have not seen anything like this. This is a real thing. These guys are really, they really know their stuff. So, just maybe leave the past behind and, give it another shot, right? Because everything we look at in life, we probably learn from anyway. So, you know, go ahead and get yourself set up with us and come see us and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
I appreciate that, Jerome. Very, very well said. I always tell people, I mean, real estate works. You just have to work it the right way, right? So
That's right. Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
appreciate it,
sir.
brother. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being on here tonight. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure.